Srivas Thakur is certainly a very important personality for us. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. place, of the holy name, in the marketplace of the holy name, Namahata market, he is the Koshadhyaksha, he is the treasurer. In other words, he has this big stock of very nice, pure and ecstatic holy names, which he can distribute to us if we have the right currency in exchange. So there are different currencies, and the smallest coin for which one can buy Shuddhanam, pure name, the real name, in this Namahata, according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, is Shraddha. So that's the smallest coin, this is the paisa, on this market. If somebody has a golden coin of prema, you can buy very nice holy name, Sarva Rasa Siktanama, the name filled with all the rasa. And if you have a silver coin of bhava, you can buy also a very nice name, Rasa Yukta Nama, or Rasita Nama, so you know that the realization proceeds from Nama to Rupa, to Guna, to Lila, and then to your personal role in the Lila. The first meeting with Krishna is in the holy name. And then we can see the transcendental form, we can understand the transcendental form of Krishna. And according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this can happen at the level of Nishta. So Nishta is 2 annas. This is 1/8 of. So if you take this silver coin and you divide it in half, and again in half, and then again in half. So this one little piece, this is Nishta. For that you can chant Hare Krishna and see Krishna. So that's after Anartha Nivriti, when devotional service is fixed, when the devotee becomes steady in his devotional service. However, before that, you can meet Krishna in the sounds of the holy name. And that is possible, according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Shada Mulya Shuddhanam. You can buy Shuddhanam, pure name, by Shraddha. What is Shraddha? So, by Shraddha, we mean Shuddha Bhakti Shraddha. So faith that the goal of life is Krishna Bhakti, and the process by which you attain all perfection is also Krishna Bhakti. So that's Shuddha Bhakti Shraddha. So basically, if you just put our trust, if you decide, okay, I may have other desires, but I choose that my ultimate goal is Krishna Bhakti. So that's Anyavilashita Shunya. No higher goals other than Krishna and Bhakti. And I have full trust that by Bhakti everything will be achieved. And Bhakti includes everything necessary. If we trust Kevala Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti, then according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this is already a real coin for which we can buy a real name. Of course, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says if somebody doesn't have even that coin, then if one uses counterfeit money, then one is given namabhas, the shadow of the holy name, or reflection of the holy name. And that may sound quite sad, that you get only a shadow of the holy name, but because this is, like here I have a shadow of a microphone. So if I have a shadow, I would not be able to use it much. But In case of the holy name, it is so wonderful that even the shadow of the holy name can give everything within this material world and even up to the gate of Vaikuntha, according to Harinam Chintamani. Of course, one thing the shadow of the holy name cannot give, none of us, is what? It cannot give us love of Godhead, which is the true goal of life. So therefore we want to chant the real name. And
I think it says in Harinam Chintamani it can give us up to liberation, Namapas. Because Vaikuntha is also prema.
I say to the gate of Vaikuntha. So not maybe not Vaikuntha itself, not prema, but to the gate. I mean, almost, yeah. So no prema. But we want actually love of God, which is the true goal. And it may sound intimidating that we need to chant pure holy name. You must chant pure holy name. However, Bhaktivinoda Thakur makes it more accessible, saying that you can already buy pure holy name, real holy name, Shuddhanam, for Shraddha. And Shraddha doesn't sound so scary, yes, because after Shraddha comes Sadhu Sangha. After Sadhu Sangha comes Bhajana Kriya. I think we have the VHE seminar from you, from Shraddha to Prema, right? It's on our website, vhe.org. You can go and see, based on Madhurya Kadambini. And then, after Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivriti, removal of the unnecessary obstacles and desires and attitudes from the heart. And then comes Nishta. But Shraddha is the first thing. So you can see that already in the 60s, Srila Prabhupada in his class says that all of you have already chanted at least one pure name in his lecture. And so if we are working on our consciousness, on our heart, and focus on chanting with trust in the process and in Krishna, then we can hope to collect more and more pure names. Of course, this is such a nice market that now they have a very big promotion. They have a huge promotion, so very special deal, very good deal. Sonderangebot. They have if you come and buy one holy name, just recently, yesterday I saw some advertisement, buy one, get two. So it's better. You buy one and they give you the name and they return you all the money. So you can buy again. And if you buy again, they again give you pure holy name and return you your currency. So this way you can become very rich in holy names. So Srivas Thakur, you can see that this was his desire and prayer. He's very famous for having very special kirtans in his house. So even today we can go to Shivasangam, to his temple. Of course, in the beginning, it's quite interesting that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began, in the beginning, the kirtans were a secret. It was a very exclusive club, only for select few, for the select few devotees. And some neighbors became so intrigued, but the guys are going inside and lock the gate, and one can see that they are singing, one can hear that they are singing, but it's, you can see that some respectable personalities like Advaita Acharya and some other great pandits, they are going there, and then they close the doors, and it sounds very interesting. So some are even trying to get inside, and they can't. They are not allowed. And you know that even sometimes you have somebody trying to create a scandal and cast a shadow on Srivas Thakur's character, like Gopal Chapal, because of this, because of not being able to enter. they are in total ecstasy. There, sometimes you have somebody who seems to be very qualified, but also cannot enter, and then they ask Srivas Thakur to enter. So there is this famous milk-drinking brahmachari, yes, milk and fruits, and I think also we have the mother-in-law, right? So two personalities. They were smuggled in. So you can see Srivas Thakur is so kind that even somebody doesn't seem to be quite qualified, he can smuggle you in. He's the transcendental smuggler. Of course, it's not enough to be smuggled in, because you see that, for example, when this brahmachari was smuggled in, he was hidden inside. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was singing and singing, and then he stopped. And he said, I can't feel my ecstasy. Somebody is here who does not belong. Somebody is here who is not qualified. Who is here? And so Srivas Thakur has to admit, well, you know, there is this nice person, very nice person. He's a brahmachari his whole life. He is eating only fruits and drinking milk. He's very austere. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes angry. He says, do you think you can enter this prema kirtan just by eating fruits and drinking milk? Throw him out. And this brahmachari, of course, he's there in this basket case. Yeah, it sounds. Yeah. You can at least enter as a basket case. So he was about to be. Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, throw him out. And then this brahmachari, he agrees. Yeah, I'm not qualified. Yes, this is about, I cannot enter just by eating fruits and drinking milk. Yes, this requires a higher qualification. Not just austerity, but actually requires at least faith, right? At least. This Shuddha Bhakti Shala, at least faith. But Bhakti is the goal and Bhakti is the process. He agrees, and he offers obeisances, and he becomes humble. And because he agrees, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looks at him, and he says, okay, he can stay. So, there's hope. If we are able to give out the false ego, I have been a brahmachari for my whole life, I've been drinking milk, organic milk. There was no other milk in Navadvip, only organic milk. My whole life. Ahimsa, also ahimsa milk, you know. Organic ahimsa milk, my whole life. No, he's humble. He says, oh, true, who am I? I need bhakti to enter. So then Mahaprabhu allows him to stay. But you can see that Srivas Thakur is very merciful. Very merciful. In fact, you can see that he even is one of the personalities who was giving blessings to Nimai Pandit. When Nimai Pandit was performing his lila of a great scholar, naughty logician, arguing and defeating everybody, arguing with everybody and defeating everybody, and the Vaishnavas were thinking, oh, it's such a pity. This person has intelligence, he's so brilliant, and he is not practicing Vaishnavism, he's not a Vaishnava. And Srivas Thakur even asked, he says, look, what's the goal of life? Do you think that grammar is the goal of life? Logic. Navadvip is a great seat of logic, Naya Nyaya. And when will you become a Vaishnava? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, when you bless me, by your blessings it will happen. So he actually says that by your blessings it will happen. And so secretly all these senior Vaishnavas, like Srivas Thakur, he's a senior personality in Mayapur and in Navadvip, he's one of the senior personalities. So secretly they all think, oh, may he be blessed, may he become a Vaishnava. May blessed Nimai Pandit to become a Vaishnava. And then he becomes, as you know. He goes to Gaya, gets initiation from Ishvara Puri, returns, and he's in ecstasy. And then when he returns, then he sometimes steals the dhotis of Srivas Thakur and other senior Vaishnavas, and he goes and washes them to do some service. And the Vaishnavas like Srivas Thakur and others, they find themselves in a dilemma, because Vaishnava doesn't like to accept service, but on the other hand, they want Nimai Pandit to become a devotee, and you cannot become a devotee without serving a Vaishnava. So they want him to become a Vaishnava, so they think it's good if we do accept service. So they're not quite sure what, should they forbid him to wash their devotees? Or should they allow him to wash their devotees? So, of course, this was before Nimai Pandit fully, completely revealed his godhood, that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As you have seen in this nice drama we had on Gaur Purnima, we had a nice pastime of this Mahabhav Prakash, Shapraharya Leela, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was showing very clearly to everybody that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that's one of the differences between Navadvip Leela and Jagannath Puri Leela, because in Navadvip he acts as the Yuga Avatar who brings the Yuga Dharma of Nam Sankirtan. Whereas in Jagannath Puri he will focus more on his personal secret purposes of tasting the highest devotion of rich Bhasis, and especially, of course, of Radharani. So in Navadvip you can see that he becomes a very ecstatic devotee, and then they engage in the kirtan. Srivas Thakur and all the other great Vaishnavas, Murari Gupta, Dvaitacharya, Kunda, and others, they are coming to this kirtan, and behind the closed doors they immerse themselves in ecstasy. So, therefore, Bhaktivinoda Thakur calls Srivas Thakur the Kosha Dhyaksha. Kosha, yeah, you have this word, Kosh. Yes? Kosh means basket. Right? Basket. So it's a basket, Kosh, and Adhyaksha, Adhi above, Aksha, Ochi. Ochi, yeah? Eyes. Adhyaksha, one supervisor. So the basket supervisor. Of course, basket means the basket with gold, not just any basket. It's the gold basket with money. So Kosha Dhyaksha, it's a treasurer, one who supervises the treasury. So he is the treasurer of the holy names. He is the one who is giving out the holy names. So if you need any holy names, pure holy names, then he is the treasurer. And he wants to give. You can see he's so eager, sometimes he even is eager to invite somebody who is not quite qualified. And today is his birthday, where in the Vedic culture a person gives out gifts and presents and charity. So therefore it's a wonderful day to pray to Srivas Thakur. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Adi Leela, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes the tree of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with different branches and sub-branches. So Srivas Thakur is a very important part of this tree. So his branch is described in Adi Leela chapter 10, where, so when Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes the desire tree of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he begins, so this is Adi Leela chapter 9 and 10. So chapter 9, he begins by composing a beautiful verse. Tam Shrimad Krishna Chaitanya Devam Vande Jagat Gurum Yasyanukampaya Shvati Mahavim Santaret Sukham. I'm offering my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across a great ocean. Mahabim Santaret Sukham, happily and easy. So with Gauranga's mercy, even difficult things become easy. So for a dog, dogs usually don't like to swim altogether. And to swim across an ocean, that's a big challenge for a dog. But if one gets the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no problem. Even a dog, and not just swim, but happily, swim across happily. Of course, we know that some magic is happening. The 10th canto explains that if you just find the correct boat, as soon as you enter the boat, something happens to you, to the space, and to the boat. As soon as you enter the boat, this huge ocean shrinks, and it becomes like the puddle in the calf's hoofprint. And what's the boat? The boat is chanting and hearing about Krishna and Krishna's lotus feet. So that's Mahaprabhu's great mercy. And then the 10th chapter, where where many devotees are described. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami composes a beautiful verse. Shri Chaitanya Padamboja Madhupebhyo Namo Nama Katanchida Shrayadesham Shrapitat Ganda Bhagavavet. Again, we have a dog here. And it says, so let me repeatedly offer my respectful obeisances unto the bee-like devotees. So devotees who are like the honeybees, who always taste the honey of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If even a doggish non-devotee somehow, Katanchit, somehow or other, takes shelter of such devotees, he enjoys the aroma of the lotus flower. He gets a share, shrapi, even being like a dog, one gets a share, Tadganda Bhagavath, of some flavor of that lotus of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. So this is a chapter where Srivas Thakur is described. So if he somehow or other approach such devotee like Srivas Thakur and his followers, then even despite disqualifications, we have great good fortune. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Of course, Srivas Thakur is certainly happy when we take part in the kirtan and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare. And in japa, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Because you can see that he's coming with a great desire to make everybody fortunate. This is a quality of a devotee. Among the 26 qualities of a devotee mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is actually coming from Uddhava Gita, number 11, where there are 28 qualities, you can see that four of these qualities are somehow or other connected with kindness. One is Kripalu, he's merciful. One is he's a well-wisher of everybody. One is he's friendly, and one is he's magnanimous. So 4 qualities practically speak about kindness among the 26 qualities, being kind. So they stem from taking shelter in Krishna. We know from Gauraganadesha Deepika, as Srila Prabhupada mentions in Chaitanya Charitamrita, that Srivas Thakur is an incarnation of which Krishna's associate?
Narada Muni.
Yes, Narada Muni. So Narada Muni, and Narada Muni, you may remember this story how Narada Muni makes the hunter Mrigari a devotee. So he's usually traveling with his friend. He doesn't think, oh, I am a great devotee, I need no friends, I am good myself on my own. He, devotee means he makes friends with devotees. Maitri karoti sa madhima, at least. So his friend, who is his friend? Narada Muni. So he comes as Srivas Thakur's brother. So there are 4 Shri devotees: Srivas, Sri Ram, Sri Nidhi and Sri Pati. So the brother of Srivas Thakur, Sri Ram, is set in Ganadesha Deepika to be Narad Muni's friend Parvati Muni. So they are great devotees and they worship the Lord. And now they come before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. He is a great devotee of Narasimhadev. He worships Narasimhadev. So our worship of Narasimhadev is quite bona fide. It's quite in line with our Panchatattva and Srivas Thakur. We have some description of how he did not immediately become known as a great devotee, because first, apparently, he just enjoyed life, and then somebody said that, so this is in the drama by Chaitanya Chandrodaya, is it Chaitanya? No. Chandramrita, where it is described that somebody, the astrologer told him that your Marana Dasha, the period which can kill you, is coming, and you will die. Of course, God can protect everybody, so if you take shelter in God, maybe, who knows, maybe you'll be protected. So he knew when, so he went to the Bhagavad Katha. So actually this was Devananda Pandit's Bhagavad Katha. And he did fall down from a balcony, but he survived. But he took shelter in the Bhagavatam. So he became a great devotee of the Bhagavatam, which Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says, Bhagavatam is the storehouse in the marketplace of the holy name. So Bhagavatam is very important also for the Yuga Dharma of Sankirtan. It's the storehouse. Some people say that Bhagavatam is 18,000 shlokas long name of Radha Krishna. Pi Bhagavatam Nama Purana Brahmasanta. So you can argue that this is one long name of Radha and Krishna. And it is very important for chanting properly. Bhaktisiddhantaji writes that in Bengal, the culture of Kirtan is very prominent and universally accepted. However, he says, why do we have so many people who do Kirtan but exhibit undesirable behavior? This is because they accept Kirtan without Bhagavad Katha. And he says, just like we don't worship Krishna alone, we worship him with his Swarupa Shakti Radharani. In the same way, we do not do Kirtan without hearing Bhagavad Katha. So, Kirtan is like Krishna and Bhagavad Katha is like the inner potency to make our Kirtan, chanting the holy names proper and glorification of Krishna proper. So Srivas Thakur takes shelter of the Bhagavatam and he becomes a great devotee. So of course we also know that there is another story connected with Srivas Thakur and Devananda Pandit. Srivas Thakur would fall into ecstasy in the class of Devananda Pandit, even though Devananda Pandit was not very much of a devotee. He was not a devotee, and he was a scholar of the Bhagavatam. So once Srivas Thakur fell in ecstasy in the class, and the students of Devananda Pandit just carried him out of the class. And Devananda Pandit didn't stop. So therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Devananda Pandit is a great offender. He's not going to receive mercy. He's not going to receive Krishna Prema. And only after Devananda Pandit did some service to Vakreshwar, who was dancing in a kirtan, so then Devananda Pandit was protecting the dance of Vakreshwar Pandit. So then, after coming again to Navadvip from Jagannath Puri, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave mercy to Devananda Pandit. Srivas Pandit was so dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he said that even dogs in the household of Srivas Thakur will achieve full perfection and will be fully fortunate. We even have the neighbor of Srivas Thakur who was a tailor, and he was a Muslim. Even he received mercy and he developed love of Krishna. He saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he saw that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And so he, in ecstasy, started running down the street screaming, I have seen, I have seen, I have seen! That I have seen God. And in the chapter in Chaitanya Bhagavat about this, chapter is called The Instructions of a Dead Boy. Instructions of a Dead Boy. So we have something interesting. Once Niranjana Maharaj, he was reading Chaitanya Bhagavat, wherever he was traveling, so he came to this chapter. And so he came to the class and he said, I will read the chapter on the instructions of a dead boy. And he starts reading, and there is another story about the maidservant. It's actually not such a long story, it's just hardly a paragraph. About the maidservant called Duki. But Niranjana Maharaj became so ecstatic that he never even got to the instructions of the dead boy, Srivas Thakur's son. So then the next, he said, okay, tomorrow. So then the next day he comes, and again he reads that one short paragraph about Duki, and again he becomes so inspired by this story that he never gets to the instructions of the dead boy. And it happens for 3 days, and then he's going to the next city, and then at the end, again he speaks the whole lecture about the maidservant named Duki. So at the end, somebody from the audience says, Maharaj, but what were the instructions of the dead boy? Because it sounds like an intriguing title, Instructions of the Dead Boy. But the instructions of the dead boy, you know that this was a son of Srivas Thakur who died during the kirtan, and then he didn't stop the kirtan, and he didn't allow even his family members to disturb the kirtan, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Nityananda became so grateful for this deep devotion of Srivas Thakur that they said, we are your sons, we will be your sons. And then they brought back the soul, the spirit of this dead boy, and the dead boy gave some instruction. Who is my father, who is my mother, and in previous lives I was your father and mother, so in which life are you speaking of? Something similar to what happened in the 6th canto of the Bhagavatam. Also Narada Muni brought back the spirit of a dead boy, son of Maharaj Chitraketu. But in the beginning there is the story of Duki. And this was a maidservant who was bringing water in the household of Srivas Thakur. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was coming in the evening, he would take bath. So he would take bath in Srivas Thakur's house. And the water was just there. And so obviously somebody is bringing this water. So one day he is asking Srivas Thakur, who is bringing this water? And Srivas Thakur says, this is brought by the maidservant called Duki. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, never call her Duki again. Anybody who is in your household will get all mercy, so you should call her Sukhi, happy, because Dukhi means miserable, and Sukhi means happy. So you should call her happy. So if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu changes your name to happy, I think that's a good sign. He says that even dogs in Srivas Thakur's household will get all the blessings. So this story somehow rather inspired Niranjana Maharaj very much, because he says, you can see that Duki was not trying to push her service and personally come and say, you linger, bring the water and just wait a little bit so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu notices her, or bring it as he's there, so that she gets some personal distinction and personal fame in the eyes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, but he says because she was so selfless, because she never tried to gain any such distinction in doing this service. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu noticed her. Because obviously he knows where this water is coming from. Somebody is bringing it. So he knows it's not Srivas Thakur. He knows somebody, but this somebody never shows themselves. So he's asking, who is it? Yeah? So in fact, such selflessness immediately attracts Krishna's attention, because this is the rarest thing when a devotee, when a person doesn't even want distinction to be noticed. This is the most noticeable thing. And somebody doesn't want to be noticed. This is the most noticeable thing. It's quite rare in this world. So that's Srivas Thakur's household. This is the house of Srivas Thakur. He appeared before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to prepare and to serve him when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there. So he is certainly figuring prominently in Chaitanya Charitamrita and in Chaitanya Bhagavat and in all the biographies of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We have him in Panchatattva. There's a quote from Kalachas of Swarup Damodar Goswami that of the Panchatattva, Srivas Thakur can bless you with a pure name. He's the special sort of blessings. And Advaita Acharya can bless you with the proper following of the path of Archana, worshipping the Lord. Radha Pandit can bless you with the ecstatic love or bhava, and Nityananda Prabhu can bless you with your rasa, and with prema, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can bless you with your rasa. Personal taste of personal relationship with the Lord. So today is Srivas Thakur's appearance day. We will have a class in the evening, we will have Abhishek in the evening, afternoon, 5 o'clock. And this is a good day to offer something for the pleasure of Srivas Thakur. Your good rounds, or round, or a name, or a mantra, chanting and asking. It's a good deal. We can try to offer a pure name to Srivas Thakur, saying, Srivas Thakur, I want to offer you some pure names. And we can try to direct our Shraddha. Okay, I trust, I want Krishna Bhakti as my ultimate life goal, and I've placed my trust in Krishna Bhakti as the best process. But also when we try to offer, maybe he will help us to offer the pure name. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Srivas Thakur ki
Jai.
Srivas Thakur ki
Jai.
Hare. Any questions, points, comments?
You were mentioning faith in the beginning of the lecture. I wanted to ask you if there are any mechanics of this faith. Probably we have faith in something that touches us very deeply, but usually touches us as something material, or if we have material desires. It is in the 6th chapter, somewhere in the beginning, in the middle, this verse, which says that, which describes stages of yogi, that we should control these mental concoctions which which are origin of material desires. So how is it connected? We cannot get faith if we don't abandon mental concoctions, probably, and to abandon mental concoctions we have to be humble. Or where does it begin? Or is something easier? Or how is, where does faith actually come from? We cannot just choose faith, or
it does sometimes seem like a vicious circle. You cannot be a true devotee. You cannot reach pure devotion unless you give up these material desires and tendencies. Yeah? We hear this. Do we hear this? We hear this. If you are attached, yes. If you pour water while trying to kindle the fire, it doesn't work. Yes, but on the other side, what we hear that without Krishna, without devotion, without the holy name, you cannot get rid of these material desires. It sometimes looks or sounds like catch-22 because it's but it's not a vicious circle. Sometimes some devotees call it a virtuous circle. Virtuous, it's like the opposite. Because we start where we can. You start anywhere. Either you give up some attachments for Krishna, or you accept Krishna, even if some attachments are there. And it's like walking. It's the same thing as saying that you can, as you walk, you cannot put the right foot in front of the left unless you have put the left foot in front. But the other way around also, you cannot put the left foot in front unless you have put the right foot. So are we stuck? No, all of us are walking. Start from any foot. Start somewhere. And then, little by little here, if we accept Krishna a little bit, then we can give up something unnecessary more. If you give something unnecessary, we can accept Krishna more. If you accept Krishna more taste, we can give up more unnecessary things. So, of course, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, so Rupa Goswami starts with Shraddha. Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur gives 14 stages of devotional service, and he starts, the first one, in the Srimad Bhagavatam he puts, is Tirtha Nisheva, which has two meanings. One meaning is some service to devotees, so it will be some kind of bhakti mukhi, sukriti. Or another meaning is visiting the holy places. So these two things give us some extreme good fortune to actually it offers us a chance for a higher choice. Unless you see devotees, unless you come in touch with devotees, unless you come to the temple, how can we choose something higher? But then here at least we are offered a choice. Harinam, books, book distribution, devotee association, the temple, the festivals, kirtan, so many nice things. So at least we are offered a choice. And then faith is certainly not something cheap, because already Shraddha is not material. So already Shraddha is extremely high good fortune. Even to have Shraddha, to have faith in Krishna, is extremely high good fortune. That's a very high blessing. In fact, if you have Shraddha, then already that can give you shelter, very deep assurance that there is a higher meaning, there is a road, and there is a goal. And when one struggles with the concoctions of the mind, it can be very difficult, of course, but where does it start? So, Shashanand Maharaj likes to give this etymology of the word Shraddha, saying that Shra and Dha has two parts. Shra is heart, and Dha, giving. Where do you give your heart? So basically, what do you accept as your goal? Yes. So if we accept that our goal is the absolute truth, not like my just personal pleasure, enjoyment, but actually the reality, the absolute truth. So that's giving our heart to Krishna. So Krishna is absolute. And then from that, he will help. Giving up concoctions, that's called anartha nivriti. Yeah, these concoctions and whatever, sometimes even just outright garbage in the mind, actually some even problem. I mean, like even sometimes it can be mind illnesses from bad habits from before, which are destructive. So these are anarthas, and they are worked through in the process of anartha nivriti. So already with the help of Shraddha. But Shraddha means we have the choice, and we at least accept, okay, I may not know everything, but I want to accept to know the ultimate truth. Not the illusion, but the ultimate truth. And then that's the good beginning which will guide us. So we start somewhere, do a little, make a choice, then we get some mercy, then surrender more mercy, and so it proceeds. Is it okay? Maharaj, would you like to add something to this Shraddha, where Shraddha is coming from, where faith is coming from?
Well, the Prabhupada gives a different, well, he gives the same definition but different words. So there might be, for instance, he writes in the Krishna book, that the art of focusing one's attention and giving one's love to Krishna is called Krishna consciousness.
The art of focusing one's attention on Krishna and
giving one's love to
Krishna.
So that's analogous to Shraddha, which is to da, to give, a heart. Da means to focus one's attention, and da, sad means to give one's heart, gives one's love to Krishna. So when we're chanting Hare Krishna, although it seems like what we have to, Prabhupada said, just chant nicely to Krishna and listen. So that's how we develop Shraddha.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Something else? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.